It's never helpful.
I couldn't find my book.
From day one.
But I wanted to show you my book because I
day
wanted to show
1000.
you the Cupid example, and I don't know where my book is, and I'm really sad.
Who's my little Cupid?
Little
Who's
Cupid.
my little Cupid? I'm looking at a Cupid right now.
I'm
looking at my little Cupid.
Welcome back to sadness.
Yeah, Fi. We left off in the middle of Fi explaining the time loop, timeline jumping. So let's see what else she has
we're
to say
talking
about
about
it.
multiverse theory.
Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one?
What if
you
I
hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her?
What if I had actually gotten my penis enlargement surgery?
What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway,
What if I hadn't?
that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell.
If I hadn't caused permanent dick damage by shoving my cock into the vacuum cleaner when I was like
simplified it a
10
lot.
years old. Anyway.
Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp.
Are we gonna talk the butterfly
actions
effect?
of a cat, the flight of a bee,
Oh yeah.
the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying?
Not really.
The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary
At the
particles
nano,
of matter.
yeah, at the nanoparticular level.
At the
it's
banana
all
level?
chaos.
You said banana level?
No, I said
No,
nanoparticular.
I heard banana particular.
That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out.
What if I hadn't put the cat into the washing machine?
Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
No, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
Here it is.
Oh boy.
Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's see what this video game has to say about this really complex topic.
Hand me that box, will you?
Oh.
This one? 5 plus 5 plus 5? 15. I handed the box I've been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there.
Yes,
Perfect.
this looks perfect to explain a scientific principle. With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. Are we doing Schrodinger now? She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them in next to the lion.
All right, everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
I can't believe the cat was a lion.
This'll only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peed into the box.
Peed into the box?
What do you
Look.
see?
Oh, it's adorable.
I see a very unfortunate victim of mine that I'm going to urinate on now.
From now on, that's a cat.
It's a cat.
Schrodinger pissed the cat.
A living cat. This is important. Got it?
I prefer Schrodinger's theory instead of Schrodinger. It was Schrodinger's theory. It's where I pulled out my pants and show you my dinger.
It's a cat meow.
Oh, man.
Meow. Meow.
This again?
Sorry, I can't help it. Meow.
I find that hard to believe.
Light rain.
Ugh, fine.
Light rain just came up on the weather thing.
Yeah, it's been
It's been raining all day.
Maybe I can just...
It hasn't just started. For what it's worth. I'm sorry. Oh, he's doing his furry thing again?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, what else do you see?
Oh wait, that's not even a pond. Oh wait, that's not...
Like
And a jar of ink.
Right.
Okay.
Now the weight is going to be radioactive material. And
Alright.
the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
It's gonna be full of pee real soon.
So radioactive material and
What?
poisonous gas.
I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So,
Jesus,
what's
fine,
the weight?
God. Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink.
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
Thank you for, I really needed all this overlaid.
This
to
is
help.
how I feel. This isn't a bad thing. How I
If
feel.
struck by any of the alpha
So I
particles
should-
the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These
Okay, I'll
particles
just finish
are emitted
this.
randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
In an alternate timeline, I've stuffed you into the box and walked out of this room. It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, I pee on the cat, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Aha. And what are the
Haha.
chances of either of those things happening?
50. 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I would go with dead. I can't personally know.
Then guess. It's
I
not
guess
hard.
it's dead.
Alive or dead?
Dead. Dead.
You want to say dead? Okay.
Dead. The world's a harsh place for a cat, especially since we shoved it in a box, peed on it, and then poured radioactive gas all over its face.
Nope. You're wrong.
It's alive?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer? It's
The
both
answer
dead and
is that
alive?
It's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
Why can't it be in a state where it's both dead and alive? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it.
Can you define...
That's the qubit thing I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, the thing that spins left.
It's up or down.
Can you
It's way
explain
it's
the
measured.
word extrapolation?
But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is
That's,
the truth.
and this is just an oversimplification. When you measure one thing, you run the risk of changing everything else, every factor.
Yeah, when I measure my penis,
That's
I
what's
change how
happening with the
impressed
alpha
Phi is with me.
It's the principle, it's the Heisenberg uncertainty
Since we
principle.
can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words,
I killed Heisenberg in Resident Evil 8, so
we don't know how the cat's life or death
He no longer
situation
has a theory.
resolved itself until we
Is there really a character named Heisenberg in that?
yes.
Oh my god.
until we do.
He's a really funny character,
It's
too.
just a bunch of
Oh,
possibilities.
he's not a snooty physicist.
Do you get it?
He's a little snooty, I guess.
But you
He's
In
a
the box,
scientist of
it's
sorts, though.
possibilities.
They probably named him after the actual Heisenberg.
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, yeah, he has a
Right, so
factory and he does all these
Let's open
experiments.
the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow.
God, this box
What a
smells
relief,
like pee.
huh? Looks like the cat's alive.
Sweet.
And covered in
Anyway,
solid sun's
That's
essence.
Schrodinger's cat.
No, Sigma peed on it, not me.
Oh, I mean Sigmas.
I mean, not me.
I mean, I have, like, all the textbooks I have were ones that I used, like, for my undergraduate, like, quantum mechanics classes, so they're really technical.
The many
Well,
worlds
I think I played,
interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
I played Qubit on the PS3.
Do you know
I mean,
how
on
to
the
spell
PS
qubit?
on the PS1.
Do you know how to spell qubit? It has really cute
Yeah,
stuff.
Cubert on
No.
the PS1.
No.
You didn't play
That's
Qubert on the
spelled
PS1?
Qubit.
Thanks for
That's
spelling that
cute.
on my hand.
So there's another world out there where this cat died.
That's
Yeah.
my line.
That's the idea.
Anyway, sorry.
Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane,
Insane.
and I'm pretty sure nothing about it is accurate. You don't think so?
It's a simplification.
Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time?
It's
And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past.
that is the big thing.
I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen the future where you suck my dick, which means you should do it now.
What on earth
Just
are
get it
you
over with
talking
instead
about?
of in the
Think
future.
back. Remember round 2 of the AB game?
Nope.
When you chose betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
You fucking betrayed me. I chose ally and you chose betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
He always pushes it like right at 1
Yeah.
second until it closes, so
Yep.
I see. Well,
I would never do that.
that makes
No,
us a
God,
little
no.
easier to
I'd have my
explain.
vote in like 30 minutes before the deadline.
If you chose betray,
at
then
at
my
least.
vote was ally. If you chose ally, then my vote was betray.
Okay.
I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
I haven't followed you since like episode 2.
So the future altered your action in the past?
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
For- okay. Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I chose an ally, Alice chose betray. And when I chose betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look at this die.
It's a cubit.
Found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
It's going automatic again. As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
I can read automatic, okay.
Well, you don't always read your lines right away.
Alright. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
Excuse me,
Oh,
princess.
pick a number, BB.
3. I have a feeling it's 3.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid. Good job. You got it right.
Thank you. That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
2.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
This is like,
It's not.
for those of us who
There's
don't
no way to
smoke
look-
weed,
The-
this is our way to experience, like a hallucination. Like a weed-induced hallucination.
No, it's not. Weed is stupid for one.
Well, no, I
This
know.
is actually intellectual.
No, this, you
And
know, it's absolutely brilliant. I'm just trying to make a funny about...
I get what you're saying, but... And then when you open the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
Alright. Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Anyway,
We got a little off topic
you
there.
guys want to
but
get some
I
Burger
think I
King or
made my
something?
point.
Yeah, I
Reality
did.
separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa. Alright. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works, but whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That would be really scary if that happened.
Yeah.
Like if it happened to me. I wonder if they're gonna cover like deja vu, you know, and be like, oh, it's because we've experienced this before and you've jumped back into a timeline you've already experienced. That's why some of us just ask how we know about X and all we can say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
Or maybe deja vu is like you died and then you went back to a checkpoint in life and are experiencing the same thing again.
It depends. It's ultimately if you believe the multiverse theory is kind of a sort of spiritual spin-off, but the quantum mechanics, the big thing is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, and it has to do with the behavior of subatomic particles.
Well, that all has like basis.
Yeah, people just take it and what if in a more abstract sense.
Yeah.
But some people
That's all sound if you can get through all the nitty-gritty.
I'll show you some stuff. I'll show you the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. It's pretty cool.
I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just,
Just what?
well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
Because we're the cat, and this is one giant box? You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
All 9 of us are locked up inside the box, right? Meow.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Oh, this is cool.
Wait, what if we're the
We're
box?
outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place,
Yeah.
we're back in the
We might
box.
be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them,
Oh, good. There you are.
oh, who's
Did
dead
something
now?
happen? Yes. We found it.
Then what?
mean what? What else could we find?
A lot of things.
The bomb! The other antimatter bomb.
Oh, the second
The
bomb?
number
Yep.
2 bomb is in the control room.
So now we know we've seen 3 bombs, and we know that there's a number 0 bomb.
Where's the zero bomb?
Oh, this is the Doom bomb,
Is this it?
because it's next to the reactor.
This
Oh.
is one of them, all right.
Well, that's not good. And it's
Yeah.
number 2, apparently. Notice I could have made an easy number 2 joke there, but I didn't. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clobber?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna.
It was the
After
cat.
they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmi, OG, and Dio were there. So were Alice and Park, of course, although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess we got a 4th bomb to find. We got a 0 bomb to find. And we got a whole lot more time jumping to do.
Yeah, we
And
do.
it's really exciting.
Oh,
I'm having a good time with this.
I'm glad you are, because I know it's like,
Well, these kinds of things aren't everyone's cup of tea.
it's my
You know,
tea.
Yeah, no, I like
And
this kind of stuff too. Like, I do like complex plot. I mean, I like all types of video games. And, this one delivers
It does.
on
It's brilliant.
all the narrative
It's
fronts. So.
my favorite game.
It's Crystalius' favorite game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played this or any of the other games in the series, definitely go check them out. Some people compare these to the Saw series if you're into Saw.
The third
and, like,
game is the most Saw-esque.
and escape rooms and consequences for not escaping the rooms. You might enjoy the games in this series. So
10 out of
you can
10.
get them on Steam. You might be able to get them on Epic. You can get them on 3DS as well.
You can't anymore. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, unless you buy a cartridge, but the 3DS is gone at this point.
Well, you can still get 3DSs and like used copies of games, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They came out.
Yeah,
on
so
the
it's
3DS.
multi-platform and
Virtue's Last Reward also came out on the Vita.
yeah,
for ours.
it's not terribly inaccessible. I think you just gotta have patience and make time for
just know I
it. Just
had
sit
some
down
friends-
for it, give it a chance, and
Yeah.
so it's pretty good. Anyway, we'll see you next time. You're gonna try to find more bombs, more timelines, more qubits.
Cubit.
Who's my little qubit?
There's a cubit. Ah, the cubit.